Masters, returning to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. There's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. For the day, as the prosecution has requested. He is sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it is not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see what's going on. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. This in the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it. She's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Well, science awaits for us. Don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found here. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do it. Hey, I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? My sister erasing evidence to the crime scene? Never. Even though she said they don't get along, I never really liked her sister. That's not all. We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. There are big words for a high school student. Well, wherever there was blood on the floor enough, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminotesting fluid. Huh? Blood is sticky stuff, you know that. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Let's just give it a try. Why do I have to do this? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You have an extra pair of these? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the Lumiere on. Like this. Some bloodstains. You can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain. So, you're shaking. So this is my first time seeing real blood. Investigation and action. Okay, we'll definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't it, scientifically speaking, of course, what's odd about this, scientifically? True that we're found here, right? Don't you think there'd be a bit more blood? Definitely think so. Blood on the sole of the victim. Oh. Strange, they found it here. There had to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where we found the blood stain, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Drag that hidden evidence out of light of day. Yeah. Investigating a crime now. Guess I should give this spray on anything suspicious. Huh. I wonder how that fluid of yours will react to a nice deli box. and the star. You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day, old Kelly box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead isn't really get my mouth watering. Currently put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It's my fault. Oh no. I witnessed everything from the security room right there, but I'm afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. It was wrong to think that. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even though the place the witness the events from a different. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood. That testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us. So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time. About 2 years ago. No matter how hard the criminals they faced me, they cough it up. Cough it up. They confess. They blabbed like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouth of suspects after suspects. Before long they called me the cough-up queen. Here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? That case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Written on that note. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know. Really? The knife was evidence from the case. The murder weapon. It was due to for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9? Even busier here than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around as fast as they... I suppose it makes sense the detective did get killed here. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime, according to the pamphlet we got out of the front desk, here it is. Just like a kid at an amusement park. A real crime scene. Let's go take a look. But the decor of this place is very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station of the evidence room. It's the scene of the crime. I'm sure it's that way. Oh, what's wrong? Those cacti, they're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. You can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Knocking on the door. Just walk in. It won't open. Thought it'd be open. He had someone's permission to go. Everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there is a very vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. But the same detective was also killed at the same time as the prosecutor. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department. Yeah, you sound dead set on this. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. Doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. Doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Arrested a suspect in the... That isn't really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I have ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Yes, the criminal job was coming to it. It doesn't get any clearer than that. Your problem was they never did find decisive evidence. Oh shit, what? But the criminal was executed, right? In the face of executions of made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part comes several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. You were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. It'd be... Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Police Department. And Secretary did tell Officer Shinji. As professional detectives, we investigate that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was devoted. He hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL5? There's another side to that case, a hidden side that we were after now, and no one up in their fancy office can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? The only reason I come to sell lunch is in the accused office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends? How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has been be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. You should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. I know a certain guy who might help you attempt him with this treat. Miss Sky? Dar? Our Officer Marshall is here. You going now? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. He was nice to me too back then. When Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were, nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, huh? This is charged with frantic energy as always. Please? Oh, what was that? One steak lunch, please? Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Thank you. It just heard the sound of his heartbreak. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean you heard about this stabbing in the police department evidence from Wright? It's the biggest scandal to hit the stations in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Then around here thinking it's gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, just hand down to the detention center. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence. Well, this investigation officer running started. Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far that road right now. Things just might get confused. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say it was the perpetrating against sir. Or that's all what I say. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premise? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detective center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm just a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, I checked, I say. Wait, he isn't? So is he? You, Officer Meekins, you did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. Wait, what? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekin. I have some business that day, and I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. And, sir, I happened to glance at the security monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir? A suspicious person? Yeah. Oh, what the heck is going on? What happened then? Sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And then when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry you, but are you the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me like those sad dog eyes, sir. If you had to label me a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Oh, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. You know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, I have had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger. And I'd say you lean heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tidy department devoid of light or the creature's comfort. I don't know any other detective. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? I'm sorry, I had no intention of killing him, sir. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do. Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock, oh, the sorrow. Can you imagine how I feel? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. This is for what's the one? Oh, it was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being You take a look. Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it. What? My head was a blank until that very moment, but now I remember, sir. I mean, you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exact. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Can you tell us what it is you remember? Well, sir, you say I'm a little patrol, lost lamb, if you will. I don't know Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. That's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room, sir, and asked the man to show me his ID. That sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's why I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. Sir, I assure you that I was as flustered as you were. So I whooped the leap at Detective Goodman and pointed a knife at me. Do unto the others before they do you, my own father's words. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was like... So, Officer Meekins, why is it you were arrested? Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. Of course, we have no way of knowing if the victim is really the victim. And this body just disappeared from the... Know if everyone actually done. That's it, sir. That's what I'm wanting to say. I did say something along those lines. We still ended up here. They told me that if it had to be him, sir, on that day at the time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. You don't remember the events exactly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Videotape from the security cam. The crime, I swore it stamps out to me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell me this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, we better go check out this. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. It's Police Chief Grant. And you sure of all this? You know what that means. Is there anything missing? Sir, it's most likely totally perfect. We should check all of this. Drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat, pockets, hat. Under his seat cushion behind his computer monitors, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, just you call me right away. Yes, sir. We'll score the plates again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Right, oh boy. How have you been? Chief, great. And reporting for duty, sir. Why are you still leaving him, Mr. Wright? Is that first going to be okay? Worthy, you know you're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Well, we have no end of trouble with the boys since last year. I mean, the incident at Lord Lake. It does look good having a top prosecutor sit on the defense. See, doesn't it? And you got someone else found guilty in the case, right, Ron? Long Karma. A legend was he was undefeated in his 40 year running court. You fixed it, so you caught for forging evidence. Wait, he didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why did you who do just about anything to restore their reputation? Now, depends on what the inquiry committee decides. It could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd. I tell you, the detectives getting killed on their turf too. I mean, they're being the prosecutor, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. Well, it's a little sensitive. I don't talk about it. This is affecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff, secrets. Can't stand it. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped. Oh, he was the one you were picking on earlier. You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he was wanted the chief of detectives to do. We can kind of trick. Here, can you take a look? Here, that's it. Good intent. You wanted me to check it for anything that might be included. Every last piece of garbage and trash. Nothing belonging to Detective Guzman is good. Of course not. Well, except for this. You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. Didn't even finish writing. lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? The detective him and lose something? It's for fair taste. Really get back. I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't... Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow 50 bucks? I give them 50 bucks, no problem. Sir, go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. Here, you can borrow. Hey, this is a detective IT. It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's enough. Run along and do your best now. Later, folks. That's pretty cool. It didn't just like a real. Are you happy? Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to into the evidence room, right? This place is a bad influence on the girl. Beyond that, we have an ID card. Just walking, won't open. The card reader's turned off. See, well, what is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partner. Well, what made me Bambina Sky so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What does it have to do with me? Look, you may have surmised this here is my salute. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, that's y'all standing there. Get along, little dog. The crime scene to... the card I was wondering if we could ask. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind tangling with no you on, right? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with the sombre. That smell reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, just saw a special on TV the other day. This is from my baby. Oh yes, Miss Star. What? What's wrong? A fillet steak. I see. I don't see it. Alright, baby, you win. Anything. Finally, it seems he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security evidence, right? Good eye, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm great. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told him that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I kept getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, were you hooing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the hallway on back of my steed Zippy. No, he was riding down the hallway on his horse named Zip. There's no need for people there anyway. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. I mean, the security system camera don't take the machines much. Kinda like that shrewd broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Told us something. She said you were a detective until 2 years ago. It's always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler in the scene of the crime. Had all gone now, like drinking holes in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the assault incident with you, Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record book, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you better or not, Bambina. That case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transferal. That's where we're talking about that transferal too. I know what make 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, me and machines, well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower pasta steak. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are ones that Officer Mikami mentioned. This doesn't happen, the tapes are automatically erased after a few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman are on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Yeah, I can't show you more than that. Heard whether this is related to the case yet. But Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Some way I can prove that it ties to this death. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you like it and stay tuned.